Hey guys, so tonight I just wanted to sit down and play around with some of the new makeup that I've been hauling, and I was putting together like makeup to try out tonight, and I was like being so dumb about it. I was trying to use like every little thing that I've gotten and show everything and like see how this works with this and this and this, and then I realized, first of all, I need to make like the newness of these products last because no buy, and second, I want to actually know like how they will look in my everyday kind of routines. So I'm going to use mostly new stuff, but there are a couple of things that I know I love. So let's go ahead and just start putting all this stuff on my face. I did realize that I did not get any kind of foundation, and I was at the store the other day and saw the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, and I know this was like Raw Beauty Christie's favorite forever, and it's not cruelty free, so she doesn't use it anymore, but I'm going to throw this on my face. Also, speaking of Raw Beauty Christie, can I just say how upset I am that I was not able to get her collab with Pure. Like, I mean, I'm gonna get it whenever it like re-releases or whatever and things aren't quite so crazy, but I wanted that so bad, and I actually tried to get it. Like, I made it so that my no buy would start today, Monday, whatever today is. So it would start on Monday, just so I would have Sunday to buy that. But that site was absolutely crazy, and I really don't understand why people are blaming her for it. Like, it's not her fault. Like, I totally understand. I do not know about the color of this. What color did I get? Jesus, 204 Natural Buff. Okay, well, maybe we can make this work with powder and concealer and everything else. But like, I understand being upset about the situation. Like, I'm upset I couldn't get it, but I'm not like pissed at her because no one knew how insanely popular it was going to be. I mean, we knew, but they didn't realize how crazy on top of it everyone was going to be about getting it. Like, it was 12 p.m. my time, so I was like on at 11:50, like trying to get it. So I mean, they just didn't know. Like, what can you do? It's not that big of a deal. So anyways, back to the actual makeup. This looks so good. Oh my goodness. Like, the shade is definitely not the right match, but it looks like I just have really amazing skin, and that is not the case. So now I want to go in with the Bobbi Brown Corrector. This is in a Porcelain Peach, and I have been playing around with this, so I do think so far I like it. It's just this tiny little baby pot. I get a little bit on my finger and just dab it like right under my eye, and I think I want to make this kind of a lighter look, so I'm just going to use this in place of my concealer today instead of like piling concealer on top, which is usually how I use this anyway. And then I'm going to set it with my Laura Mercier Baked Under Eye Setting Powder that I will never stop using. I feel like when you set this right away, it just like gives you such a nice finish. I really like the way that looks underneath my eyes. It looks kind of like super light on the camera, but I think that's just a little bit flashbacky because the Laura Mercier does have a little flashback to it, but it really like doesn't bother me at all. So now, before I set the rest of my face, I want to go in with this Clinique Chubby stick, and I've tried it out once, I think, and it blended out really easy. So today I've actually been using the L'Oreal Blend Artist Infallible, so we're gonna see how this works blending it out. The one thing about this, like, I just love automatically, is that I'm able to apply it straight from just like the crayon. I don't have to dip my blender into the actual like thingy. I feel like it's easier to keep a little more sanitary. Not that I'm really all that great about keeping my makeup, like, you know, but I just feel like, I don't know, I can kind of wipe that off and it's all good. Whereas like with my Tarte one that I love so freaking much, you know, I have to put like my, even if it's clean, like I'm still putting my blender in there every time. So I don't know, but this blends out so easy and it's such a nice bronze tone. I would definitely say it's like a cream bronzer though. I do not see this being a contour, at least not on my skin tone. I think that just made the foundation match what's going on down here quite a bit better. So I'm going to take the Milk Makeup Blur and Set powder and set my whole face now. And I find when I'm trying to like get in here, with a brush, I don't know if I'm really picking up enough product. Let's see. Like if I go to tap it off, nothing really comes off. So before when I used it, I just tapped it into the top of the container and the freaking air came on again because it hates me. Now that I have some of this in the lid, I'm just going to grab some on my brush and kind of lightly set the rest of my face. Y'all know, I don't like bake or anything. I feel like this is a really, really nice, super, super fine setting powder, and it really does, like, I still have a little bit of glowiness to my skin, and I really like that. So I've really been liking this, especially for a, like, loose powder that I usually cannot stand. I'm gonna take what's left in the top and just, like, really swirl it into my brush, and then I'm just going to, like, put this off to the side in case I need to blend out any boo-boos later. Alright, I think I'm gonna run and do my eyebrows super quick. I don't have anything new. It's Benefit GimMe Brow, and I have been using the Goof Proof brow pencil, and I think I like it. So I'm gonna throw these on, and I will be right back to play with some more goodies. I just threw my brows on real quick, and honestly, I was going to use some of this Peach Concealer, Matte Instant Coverage Concealer for my eyelid. Maybe we'll use a little bit of it. I need to stop being so lazy. That has some insane coverage. Wow. That actually looks really good. I'm glad I didn't just skip over doing it. And I want to do kind of like a lighter eye look today, so I think this will help out a lot. It's also not like instantly creasing on my eyes, which is very strange because usually the second I like fully like open and close my eyes or whatever, I have creases, and this is not doing that. I'm a little bit impressed. Now I kind of want to see what it looks like under the eyes. It does feel like a pretty heavy formula, but it doesn't, like, it's creamy, but it's not too creamy. It reminds me of the NARS Matte Pot Concealer, I think. I don't know. We're going to have to play around with that, but I love the NARS as an eye base, so I'm hoping I will love this one too. I want to do just a really light kind of spring summery eye look and maybe like some pinky tones in there, but I would like to use my Sephora Pro New Nudes palette for it. And then I'm just going to take a couple mattes out of here, but I also want to show y'all this Rowan Beauty palette. This is the 1111. And there's a really pretty like kind of pinky shade here that I want to use to top it. So let's go ahead and figure out what I'm going to go in with first. I do think I'm going to set my eyelids with a bit of powder just to make sure we're good. Use like a face powder for that. Now I'm going to go in with this super light pink bubblegum shade. I'm kind of doubting that it will even show up, and these are super, super kickbacky. Like, there's a lot in the pan, but maybe that means that this is pressed lightly enough that I might get just a little pigment out of it. I really just want it as like something to lay down, and I do think it's showing up a tiny bit. I think I might be able to build it up to be a nice, really light pinky. Yeah, this is actually really pretty. I think if I put like a lighter base down, like if I had like my P. Louise, like the #1 or whatever it is, like the super white one, I think that would make this pop even more. But this is definitely like layering up to actually show up fairly well. I don't know if you can really tell a big difference, but this is much pinkier than that one. So I kind of just want this to be really soft and blown out, so I'm going to stick with the same brush This is the blender from Bare Minerals, and it's one of the first eyeshadow brushes I ever bought, like when I really started getting into makeup. It is so good. I think we're I don't know if I want to go into this one or this one. I'm not sure how pink I want to take it. I might go in with a little bit of this and then kind of tone it down with that one. So the first one is called Tulip. That's really, really pretty, but it is a little bit brighter than I want to be. So I'm going to go in with Lily now and hopefully make this a little bit more muted. Maybe not, we'll see. So that is not taking the pink down much at all. I think I'm going to go into this color Branch here. It's a very warm brown, and I'm just taking the tiniest bit, and I'm just going to throw this just to take a hint of that pink out of it. Like, I do want it pink, don't get me wrong. I know I said I wanted it pink. I don't know, I'm a very complicated person. Okay, I think that's a little bit more what I wanted. It's not quite as like pow hot pink in your face. So now let's get into the Rowan Beauty eyeshadows. So the two that I want to use today are the two that I want to use today are these two. Am I like grammatically like stupid? I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I want to put this one down first and then kind of top it with this. So this is what this shade looks like, and it's just this like stunning, I don't even know what to call these. They're just so beautiful. And it takes a little bit of building up, and I'm not sure if they're going to come across on camera as beautiful as they are in person, but they just give you this kind of, it's not a shimmer and it's not like a metallic, and some of them can be glittery, but they're all not. I don't know. It's something so special. Like, I'm blown away with these every time I use them. Now I'm going to take this lighter shade, and I don't know if I want to put that like on my inner corner or like right in the middle. Maybe we'll go right in the middle. And this one is almost like, it is kind of one of the more glittery ones, and it's almost chunky, but in like the most beautiful way that a chunky could ever be like described, if that makes any sense. So I think I just want to leave it here. I want it really light and bright, and I'm going to run and do this eye real quick, maybe just like throw on some mascara, and then we will finish up the face with another few things that I'm really excited about. Alright, so these are the eyes pretty much finished. I really just wanted like a nice kind of pink, rosy, gold, light eye, and I really, really love those palettes combined. I think they will make a bunch of really pretty combinations between like this 1111 palette I have, and the warm palette, the cool palette. I think that will be super cool. And then I also have both of Marc Jacobs mascaras layered on, which I've been loving the combination of lately. It's just kind of like this soft fluttery, but this is the regular his Velvet Noir mascara. It's just in like fancy old packaging. It was on sale. And then his new At Lash, which y'all know I'm obsessed with. So now let's get into the fun face products I'm really excited about. So first off, we are going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer in the shade 2 Medium, and this I just want to warm up my face just a little bit with. What I love about this so much is, like, I don't know if y'all just saw that, but I'm about to do it again. You literally can rub your brush around and like there's no kick up in the pan. So it's super buildable and super like it's pressed so nice for a bronzer, because you really can like control how much you're getting, which I love. And I feel like that's like the downfall of most bronzers, honestly. I feel like most of them give you so much kickback, so much pigment, and it's so like bam out of nowhere, and then you have to kind of go back in and like blend out, where with that, like, you never need to go back and like reblend, because it's such like a soft focus powder. Now the next thing I'm gonna use, I won't use this like regularly at all because I know there are some very salty people right now about this Gucci bronzer. And honestly, I'm one of them because I like this so much that I would probably go and buy a backup, and literally there's nowhere to do that. I know one of y'all told me that Selfridges is going to have this on the 15th and that it was like limited edition, and when it sold out, and that it was never coming back. So just like with Sephora and everything else, I did purchase my Pat McGrath Divine Rose palette through Selfridges because I was being very impatient and I could not wait for it to get to Sephora. And let me just say, I think it was $37 that I spent on shipping. So is this bronzer amazing? Yes, but I'm going to find a dupe for this, even though I feel like this is like dupe worthy of the Tom Ford Gold Dust. So we're just going to need to find a really good alternative. The thing is, there's no freaking alternative to this packaging. Like, it's just stunning. And even inside, like the little brush that comes with it that no one will ever use, it's still, come on, like it has a little Gucci and so cute. But at least this is refillable. So for people who did get this component, I do believe they like sell other powders. I'm not sure if it's this formula of the bronzer or not. I need to look into it more, but moral of the story is, I'm sorry, I am going to use it. I know a bunch of y'all want to see what it looks like, and I also know some people are going to be really upset that they were not able to get it, and I completely understand that, so I won't use it much, I promise. But for this video, I am going to throw just a little bit on, just so y'all can see what it looks like. So this one is for sure a deeper shade than the Charlotte Tilbury, so I do not need to like swirl and swirl, and it is more pigmented. So it still isn't like super kick-uppy in the pan though, like it's still pressed really nice. And like when you go to, it doesn't have powder everywhere, which I love. So I know me talking about this bronzer is just like not fair at this point, but it's really, really beautiful and it gives your skin a really nice finish. I think if you were able to get it, you will be very happy with it. And if you were not able to get it, what did I just say? If you were not able to get it, we will find something that is just as good. So just give me a week or two. Well, maybe not with the no buy. Actually, you know what I should do? I am going to swatch this against all of the other bronzers I have and see if I like already have a dupe, because y'all know I have probably 30 bronzers. I can bet you that I can find something very, very close to this. So I'm gonna do that, and then maybe I'll like make a little video out of it. I like when I have ideas. So I don't know if you see much difference. I think I would have to layer it up pretty intense to really get too much more, but I think this is just the perfect shade for me. It blends in so well. Like, this is the kind of thing where you don't even have to blend it in. You just kind of apply it and it's already blended in for you, and it's really good. Now for blush, I'm going to go in with my Tower 28 Beach Please in Magic Hour. One of my favorite things about this blush is that even though I have powder and bronzer and everything else on top of my face already, I can still go in with this. So I'm going to take the butt of this sponge, see how this works out with the blush, and just pop it on like so. Like it, this is the most foolproof cream product I've ever worked with. Like, it doesn't give you any kind of texture to your skin. It doesn't matter how you wear it. You can have no makeup on and throw some of this on and it's like a gorgeous natural flush. Or you can have your entire face, foundation, powder, bronzer, everything sat down, and it still just looks amazing. So I don't know if y'all have seen that Sephora has this in a little kit right now. It is this color blush and a mini of their Chill lip gloss, I think is the name of it. It's the clear one. So it's like $22, which is $2 more than I paid to just get the blush. So I would 100% get that. I mean, if you've been like wanting this, obviously. And then just to make sure this doesn't move around at all, I am going to top that with the Patrick Ta, the powder part of this Do We Know Her blush duo. This is also really gorgeous, but I love this on top of this. It's such a nice kind of like light airy shade. And I kind of, I don't know if you could tell, I like pat it on at first and then kind of go in and start to blend a little. I feel like my cheeks are looking a little bit not blended right there. Well, it looks better in person at least, so whatever. But now, do you see how like it doesn't really change the shade of the blush, but it does just set it down, just gives it like a little pop of something. Okay. I went a little heavy on the blush today, so I am going to go back in with my bronzer brush and my Charlotte Tilbury and just blend a little on top of there. Take it down just a hair. Not that I'm scared of too much blush, because I am obsessed with this blush. I think that looks at least a little more natural. I definitely could have picked a better blush shade to go with this eye look, but if I'm being completely honest, I don't care all that much. I think all that we actually have to do now is highlighter and lips. I'm gonna go in with my Guerlain Meteorites Pearl Dust palette. I'm very excited that one of y'all is going to be getting these very soon, and that's all I'm going to say right now, but I'm very excited. I'm also going to take just a little baby brush and take this kind of white shade that's in here. I'm going to throw that on my inner corner just for a little pop. Do I say that every time I'm highlighting my inner corner? I think I do. And I am going to top my cheeks with a little bit of that one too, just to kind of pull it all together. I don't think that made any difference, but it made me feel better. So, alright, now let's throw some lips on. I'm actually really excited to play around with the lip products that we have. We have two Lawless Beauty liquid lipsticks, and we have Parker here and George here. Then we have the Hot Pink Tower 28, what is this, Jelly Shine lip gloss. So let's see if we can come up with a pretty pink combination with the three of these. I am going to start off with George. I tried to get a little bit of the foundation lips off. It's not working out very well, but this will cover it up. So I'm going to go in with George on like the outer part of my lips, kind of just like I was lining them. This is actually just a gorgeous nude shade all by itself. It smells really good. It's like a very fresh scent. I really like that. It feels like good and kind of moussey, creamy on the lips. Okay. I do want to add just a touch of Parker because it's my kid's name. I mean, how can I not? I'm just doing a couple little dabs right in like the center down here. And kind of an ombre sort of effect, I guess. I actually really love the look of those two. The first one was really gorgeous all on its own though. And I think the lips and the eyes actually go pretty well together. Definitely would probably do more like a pink or even just like a nude blush next time, but other than that, I think this whole face of makeup has really come together and really impressed me, and I'm loving the eye look. I really love the bronzer. And of course I would love the freaking L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow that I should have tried a very long time ago, but I'm glad I have it now. And yeah, I'm trying to wait for these to dry down a bit before I top it with the gloss, but I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to talk to y'all about. The giveaway winners will be announced this week at some point, and the boxes will be sent out not this week but the next week. So I'll send all that like information to you if you happen to be the winner. But I think we can put on a little bit of this gloss now, and then I will let you go. I do feel like that just gave it a little more of a pinky, maybe tint to it almost. Alright, so this is the finished look using a lot of the new makeup I have just hauled, and I am aware that it looks just like every other look that I ever do. So I know, I'm just basic like that. I kind of want to find products that make like my basic look like just flawless, so that's kind of what I'm into. If you need somebody that does like different looks every single night and all like fun rainbow crazy eye colors, like it's just not me. I might play around with some color every now and then, and like I love getting down and like playing with makeup, but I like to create looks that I will actually wear in real life, if that makes any sense. But I'm going to stop blabbering. I think this video is plenty long already, and I hope y'all are having a great day, night, evening, weekend, whatever it is, wherever you are. I will see you in the next video. Bye.